What do you do with leftover trimmings from spare ribs? And what do you call a pig with no legs? Second one's easy. Groundhog. I recently made some party ribs on my Ninja wood fire. These party ribs. But I have some extra leftover trimmings from those ribs. So I'm gonna make a Chinese stir fry with it. And you're gonna come along if you want to. If you don't, you can not. I don't know what else to tell you. I'm gonna make these in a brown garlic sauce. That is like your traditional Chinese takeout sauce. And it's actually really easy to do. We're gonna mimic most of those ingredients in our marinade for our pork. It's got some soy sauce, some sherry cooking wine. Now you're supposed to use Shaoxing cooking wine. I don't have that, but I do have sherry cooking wine. It's a pretty close swap. Cornstarch, a little bit of white sugar, a tiny bit of white pepper. You can omit that if you don't want any spice at all. It's not gonna really make it spicy. And some neutral cooking oil. I'm using avocado. If you want the exact amounts, recipe will be in a link in the description on my website, dadgotthis.com. Now, we're just gonna go ahead and mix this up. I know it doesn't look like much, but we're just gonna kind of toss the pork in it, and that's all we really need it to do. We'll set that aside. Speaking of pork, this is the offcuts of pork spare ribs. 2 racks. That's gonna be plenty of meat for a nice little stir fry. Now, we just need to cut this into little 1/4-inch strips against the grain. So on this piece, the grain is running this way. So we wanna cut long strips that way. So when you pull them, they pull apart nice and easy. We're gonna do a little bit of extra trimming because this has the bone on the end here, which we don't need. We'll use those for maybe like some soup or something like that. So I'm gonna cut this into first strips like this that I can then cut into my longer strips. My grain's going this way. So if I cut with the grain, that's not gonna be good. We wanna cut against that grain, like so. Now I got a little bit of this like not great looking fat on the back here. We're just gonna go ahead and trim that off. More soup bones. Sometimes this fat you can just actually get in there with your finger and separate it and it'll pull right off instead of having to run a knife down in there. This is not as easy with gloves, but I have to wear gloves for the camera. Now you don't want any of that like silver skin or any of that stuff on there. That's gonna be really hard and chewy in a stir fry. So be aggressive with your trimming and get rid of that stuff. You're gonna have a lot of meat anyway, so don't worry about it if you trim away a lot of stuff. This was bonus meat. It's like that one, that's got too much of that on there. That's gonna become soup meat. Okay, we're gonna mix this up good so that our cornstarch is nice and hydrated. And we ended up with just shy of 1 pound of meat. That's great from extra from buying ribs. Now you're gonna take your pork and toss it into this marinade and make sure it is well coated. The cornstarch is gonna help with tenderness, but we're gonna do even more because we're gonna do a little bit of water velveting. We'll get to that later. This is gonna go hang out in the fridge while we do the rest. For our brown garlic sauce, you need to get yourself a little saucepan. To that, you're gonna add in some soy sauce, cornstarch, whisk that together. Now you're gonna add in some white sugar, some sherry wine, and water. Last ingredient is oyster sauce. This stuff is amazing. It is like such a punch of umami flavor. I love it. And then we're gonna kind of mix that guy up. And it is brown garlic sauce, so you need garlic. I've got a couple cloves of garlic here, which I'm just gonna go ahead and mince right into there. I'm using 3. I like it garlicky. You can use less if you don't. And mix this till it's nice and mixed. Now you wanna start this in a cold pan, which you will then put over medium-low heat. You're gonna let this come up to a simmer, stir it, let it simmer for about a minute, start to thicken a little bit, then we're gonna add in our toasted sesame oil. Already starting to thicken around the edges, which is what we want. We're gonna give it a little bit of a stir. This is coming up to the perfect color and that lovely consistency we're looking for. Let it simmer for about a minute. We're gonna cut the heat and just finish it off with a nice little bit of toasted sesame oil. And there is a classic brown garlic stir fry sauce. Give it a little taste. Oh, perfect. It's sweet, it's savory. It's gonna add a perfect touch to that pork. We're just gonna go ahead and set this aside. And I do mine with some broccoli. Use any stir fry veggie you like. Get yourself a good wok. Then we are gonna add some high quality H2O. Enough to cover your broccoli so you can blanch it. Once your water is boiling, you're just gonna blanch your broccoli for 1 to 2 minutes. That should be perfect. Now just remove it and set it aside. For the next step, we're gonna water velvet the pork, but we don't want the water boiling. We just want it hot and steaming, not boiling. So I'm gonna drop my heat down, and we'd like to get it around 180, 190 degrees. Right now we're at about 210. I'm gonna pour some cold water in there just to drop the temp. That is about perfect. To this, you're gonna wanna add about a teaspoon or a tablespoon, depending on how much water you have, of oil. Any kind of oil will work. And now you're gonna add your pork, and you're just gonna cook it for like 1 to 2 minutes until it's white, but not fully cooked. Try to separate them. You really wanna get them each individual piece cooked nicely. Now in the Chinese restaurants, they will do a oil velveting, where they'll do this in a hot oil, but that's kind of wasteful for a home cook. This gets you very similar results without having to have an entire vat of oil. You're just looking for these guys to turn white, like a minute or so. That is what you want, white, but not fully cooked. Now you want to drain these well. We're gonna get rid of this water. Last part is just to stir fry it like you normally would. A couple tablespoons of a neutral oil. I'm using avocado oil. Wait till your oil starts to smoke a little bit, then you know it's ready. You really wanna make sure that this pork has drained well. Now be careful, it's gonna pop. It is still kind of wet. We'll start with the broccoli. Pour in some of your brown garlic sauce. And this is just a quick stir fry. I like to add a little bit of toasted sesames. Need a little bit more oil. Another hefty scoop of our brown garlic sauce. More toasted sesame seeds. Cook that for a few minutes until the pork is cooked all the way through. Pardon me while I clean up. And there you go. Stir fry. Plate one up. Now for the part that really matters. How's it taste? It is so tender. It is just melt in your mouth tender. That water velveting, you may be asking, is that an extra step that I don't need to do? No, you have to do it. It changes everything. That's what makes it taste like the Chinese takeout, the real stuff. You gotta velvet it. Try a piece of this broccoli. Tender, crisp, and perfect. That brown garlic sauce is great. Just a wonderful flavor. If you want the recipe, it's gonna be on my website, dadgotthis.com. Link will be in the description. Hope you enjoyed the video. I do more than just barbecue. I can actually cook. So if there's any recipe out there that you'd like me to give a shot or show you how to make, let me know. Leave it in the comments. I'd be happy to try. If you enjoyed the video, maybe throw me a like or subscribe. I would appreciate it. But with all that out of the way, I guess there's only one question left to answer. Why did the pig get kicked out of the school play? Because it was hogging the spotlight. Yeah, pretty bad. Dad may tell horrible jokes, cook some fantastic stir fries, but one thing Dad will never do is an outro. So that's it. Bye. This is the part where I thank all of my members. You guys are the absolute best. Thank you so much for your support, and rock on. I don't know why I said rock on, but rock on.